control, and some things till he always stands tall. Strength and the shadow will never fall.
It's nothing like it. Well, hello, all of you string picking guys and gals out there. Welcome back to the String Pickers channel here at Obscene Studio. If this is your first time here, like and subscribe, by the way. Today is New Gear Day. String pickers, here on this channel, I have been wanting something for a long time. I've said in just a few videos back that we are forever growing here at Obscene Studio. Always looking to get better and improve everything guitar and sound. So I got a package from Sweetwater. So let's get my trusty little knife out here. I don't know if that's quite big enough to open the box, but we're going to give it a go. All right, let's see. So one side. I want to give a big shout out to my Sweetwater sales rep, Paul Cohen. I've been stressing about this for a while, about getting studio monitors. I don't know if you guys know this or not. There is a million monitors out there, a million of them. It's just insane how many different kinds of monitors there is. Monitors that you can buy for $150 all the way up to $5,000 and $6,000. Here at Obscene Studio, we do not need $5,000 and $6,000 monitors. All we need is something that's going to give us an accurate representation of the recordings that I do. So I know when it gets exported out to an editor and it goes to you guys that it's going to be of the best quality that I can offer. With that being said, let's get these things out of here. Crap. Every single time. All right, we've got a lot of bubble wrap that we are not going to be using at all for anything. This ain't going to tear up nothing. And there we go. Got some XLR cables. This was a 2-pack. I went ahead and got these two because I only had one here and it's operating the MKII mic. I want to run that MKII into the mixer, so got to have that one. But Paul hooked me up with 2 of these, so I decided to go ahead and get them because I wanted that good balanced connection between the speakers and the mixer and interface. And let's go ahead and get Happy New Gear Day. Got me another Sweetwater sticker. Ladies and gentlemen, I know there's other music stores out there. I do. I know that there are a lot of music stores in the world, but I want to tell you, and I want y'all to understand, I'm big on customer service. That's my thing. That's what I love. I love to be taken care of when I buy a product. I love to know that the product is a good product. I love to know that people are going to follow up with me to find out if I enjoy the product. Sweetwater does all of those things to like 110%. These guys are just awesome. I'm forever grateful. I can't even remember now what the first thing was that I bought from Sweetwater. I think it might have been, I know I got some strings because they offered a 10-pack of guitar strings, and I got that. Oh yeah, the Headrush Flex Prime. How could I forget that?
Stupid.
And immediately, with the next day, Paul called me. That's how I got hooked up with Paul. Paul is just an amazing guy. He's really knowledgeable about stuff. And he called me and asked me we were on the phone for an hour. I mean, you know, who takes time out of their day to again, you guys don't walk over there. There's like broken glass and stuff. So today what we have is the JBL 305 Mark II studio monitors. For those of you that are interested, these are in Sweetwater right now for I think $189 a piece, or the set comes to like $378. Something like that. And I went ahead and got this set because out of all of the reviews that a lot of you guys out there have either posted or watched yourself, these seem to get a pretty good review. The only bad review was the fact that some of them had like a hissing noise, but I think that that could be from a number of things. And it probably will be something, if this one has it, that we can knock out at a later date. Okay, and we have our, oh no, that is too funny. It shows you how to open the box to get this box out, but it gives you this after you've opened this box. That's hilarious. Okay, well, we're going to keep those because I'm not really familiar with monitors. Oh, sugar packet. You know what time it is. Okay, now let's open this thing up and get a good look. Set that one down so we don't break anything else. And these are powered, by the way, so they will have to be plugged in. Okay, and let's take this off. And there we are. Ladies and gentlemen, the JBL 305P. We have a 5-inch speaker here and a balanced tweeter or something up here. There's a lot more on this, but you know, I'm going to do what I normally do, and that's put up specs right there, you guys. Well, you know what to do. So we have our port in the back. We have a place for the power. Each speaker has an on-off switch here. The volume, which is cranked to 10, that wouldn't be a good thing. And we have a boundary EQ, and we have an HF trim. Also, we have a switch to lower or raise the decibels. XLR in, 1/4-inch jack. This is going to be huge, absolutely huge for the studio. After my last video, I had built some stands for these, like next to my computer mixing board desk thingy over here, which you guys will see in a minute. You gotta love that candy. Some sweets from Sweetwater. You know, being a diabetic really sucks because, you know, but if you skip meals and stuff, and I do that often, I have to keep track of my blood sugar levels and everything. But when my blood sugar gets low, handy to have these around. Damn it. I'm going to destroy the whole studio. Get our little knife out here again. I bet a lot of you are like, why do you need such a big knife? Are you compensating for something? Yes, all my other knives are small. Any more questions? No, I have that knife because I raise a garden. And plus I have a very, very invasive species of sugarcane growing in the woods around my house. I don't know if any of you deal with that kind of thing, but I'm going to tell you, if you ever plant sugarcane around your property, you're going to regret it. I'm just going to say it. It is a very invasive species, and it tries to take over your land like a cancer, and it grows really, really fast. So I have 2 of these, and about once, twice a year, you have to go around and whack at that cane, knock it down. Oh, another sugar packet. Okay, let's get into this. And another power cord for this one, and another monitor. Ooh. My friend Justin, I've mentioned him in videos before. He's like a brother to me. Probably would classify as one of the best friends that I have. And I've never even shook the guy's hand. He bought a set of these, and that's the reason why I bought a set too, was that and a lot of the reviews that I'd seen. But he absolutely loves his. So I want to say thank you, Justin, for buying these and giving me your opinion of how they are, because now that I have them, this is going to be a good thing. This is definitely going to be a good thing. So guys, let me get this all cleaned up here and sweep up this broken glass so none of you guys get cut by walking around the studio. And let's go ahead and we'll power them up and see what we can do with these monitors and how good they're going to sound. Okay, got the JBLs hooked up here and here. And they're both running out of my 16 channel mixer. So I have the condenser mic coming here. I have the SM57 here. And I have my direct in from the head rush right here. And then we are going out here to the interface for going to the computer DAW or this camera. And then we have the XLR outs for each speaker here. Now, this thing has Bluetooth on it, so I can play along with songs and mix to where everything sounds correct. And that way, when I do record it and put it to you guys out there in video land, that it'll be a more accurate representation of what this actually sounds like and will allow me to record into a DAW, and I can make all adjustments I need on the fly. Okay, to demo these, I've created a mix on the fly. Now guys, I'm sorry if this turns out to be garbage, but I've created a mix on the fly. And we have guitar is hooked up. I can only hope it's coming through on the recording as good as it's coming through these speakers. So I'm going to demo a song that I've done before on this channel. It's a backing track that I got off from YouTube. And I want you guys to kind of hear, see, you see now, no headphones. I have no headphones. So this is going to allow me to hear myself, direct line from the interface into you guys, and it's going to allow me to play along with whatever backing track I choose via the Bluetooth built into the DX16 mixer. So let's give that a shot real quick and see how it turns out. That'll do it. That will do it right there. Yeah, that'll do it. That is going to allow me to do some pretty cool things here in the studio. I think next down the road, I'm going to look maybe for a better interface, because there is no getting from the mixer straight into a camera to a DAW or anything. It has to go from the mixer to an interface, then to the computer. So, with that being said, probably in the future, I'm going to wind up finding a Focusrite and using that interface to record with. But yeah, man, extremely happy with this. Like, these speakers are just awesome. Shout out to Paul Cohen once again. Paul, thank you for the hookup. Thank you for telling me. I had these in mind, but I always seek Paul's advice, because Paul is a guy that is going to tell you bluntly. He's not a salesman. If you don't know what I'm talking about, there are two types of salesmen. I used to be one. Two types of salesmen. The number one type of salesman's out for that dollar sign. They're out for that commission. They're out to absolutely sell the highest product, upselling you all the time. The second type of salesman is the salesman that's out for repeat business. And those type of salesmen are looking out for something that is in your best interest, that you can get a lot of benefit from, and try to save you a little bit of money at the same time. So you'll turn around and come back at a later date to purchase something else. And Paul is that kind of salesman. He really hooked me up on these. I asked him about them. I said, hey, is there any other around this price point? I think I give $460 tax and all for the two cords and those two monitors. And I am extremely pleased. They're just amazing. Off camera, I mic'd up the Carbon, and I run both the mics into that and played that. And oh my God, it's just, the things that I'm going to be able to do now is just going to be remarkable, and it's a big plus for the studio. It's going to help me out a whole lot. So anyway, guys, I really appreciate you guys stopping by. I mean, I like company and stuff. I like for you guys to come in with me and enjoy some of the mishaps and the wins together while you're here at Obscene Studios. It seems like I'm getting a lot of W's lately, because we don't like L's. We do not like the L's. So that being said, I am really pleased with this purchase. My rating on the JBL 305P is this. I'm going to give it a 4.3 star for now. Later on, I might raise that a little bit. But the speakers have an audible hiss, but it is so low that you can't hear it. It's like, well, you can hear it if it's deathly quiet. There's a small little hiss. However, I think that is manageable and can be taken out. I've just got to learn them. So expect the ratings to go up from there. It will not go under that, I can guarantee you. So anyway, guys, as I always say, I so appreciate you being here. I pray that you and yours are having the most blessed day ever. And I pray that God is with you all. Until next time, later.